the dining match the ambiance?
Princess the Bear here. Today we're at Epcot, hanging out in the Pavilion of Mexico because it's time to return to
San Angel Inn.
Yes, the inn has been calling us for a while. We haven't been back since they refurbed the restaurant. So, it's your number one choice of foodie and infotainment. We're here to investigate things so you don't have to. Because remember, she's vegan. I'm not. I am not climbing the temple.
It's time to foodie and chill. Chips and salsa are now an extra cost, and they give you queso with it. Our server hasn't really been the best with the vegan stuff, so hopefully the entrees are better. The salsa is really spicy. I'll give it like a 7 out of 10 on the heat scale. I'm dying a little bit. Usually I would combat it with the guacamole, but the way they plated this guacamole, I can't eat it, so I'm really sad about that. Oh my god, I'm crying. This is way too spicy for me. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5 chips and dip. This isn't for me.
Tried and true staple of any good Mexican restaurant is how they serve you their chips and salsa. At this point, chips and salsa is about as standard as napkins. An upcharge? It's very Disney. Well, this is third party, but you get my point. I feel like the salsa has changed. It's not at all chunky anymore. It's just like salsa soup, but very spicy. A slow creep spice. Started like a 3, and at this point I'm at like a 6 out of 10 on the heat scale right now. Sitting comfortably, but it's got back of the throat spice. It's a salsa. The cheese, no more queso for me. Not today. Bear's tapping out. I don't usually tap out of anything, but no more dairy for me today. I want to live a little bit. It is standard chips and salsa, but a little bit on the spicy side. So if you don't like spice, watch out for the salsa. Give it 3.5 out of 5 points. Here we have the guacamole served here at San Angel Inn. It is guacamole with chicharrones. They've always served with chicharrones, but usually the guac was like not connected to the chicharrones. Like you had it like on one side. This time it's like surrounded. It's like a fortress of chicharrones with a little helping of like probably soon to be very expensive avocados. Either way, nice big chicharrones. We get a knife here. We're gonna take this guac. We're gonna serve it on top of the chicharron with a little spicy sauce. And we're gonna imbibe. I feel like they gave you a lot of chicharrones. The intention is to dip the chicharrones in the avocado to sort of bounce up the heat. I don't think my pork skins need avocado, but it's an interesting way to serve it. More interesting than you see in most places. It's given frontera, but different. They do like to be different here. Under the stars, fake stars. Under the temple, fake temple. Under the volcano. But it's all different. I give it 3.5 out of 5 points.
This is the modified enchiladas. Now usually it's a verde sauce. This is the first time I've ever gotten a red sauce. It's usually bean filled. I think that's still the same. Rice. Oh, they put veggies in here too. This looks very filling. As filling as it usually does. It's either this or the huarache. And if I'm in a huarache, I'm gonna go with my girl. The flavors of this dish is very similar to La Hacienda de San Angel. The difference is there's no vegan chorizo. In this one, I'm going to have it across the way. Now this is a third-party restaurant, as is La Hacienda. They're all owned by Palmos Restaurant Group. Palmos Restaurant Group does La Hacienda, San Angel, Cantina La Hacienda, Maya Grill, Rick's, Laguna Bar, Siesta's Cantina, and the Mexico Pavilion booth. They have, and also Frontera. So they have a large staple here on Disney World property. The fact that they don't have like any type of consistency or continuity from one restaurant to the other is just kind of where I feel like it's a miss. Like there's vegan chorizo at La Hacienda de San Angel. There's vegan cheese at Maya Grill. Why can't we just put it all here at San Angel? I don't understand. This is like the lowest low when it comes to Palmas restaurants. I would rather go to El Mercado than come here, considering the dining option. I would give it a 2 out of 5 enchiladas. I do think it's better than the Huarache, but like it's still like the 2 vegan options here. We've had them. This is our 6th review here, and these options have never changed. I'm not a fan. I'm just not.
A nice little plant-based vegetable enchilada in the sauce, in a little cast iron skillet. Watch out, it's hot. We don't want any little burn fingies here at Epcot. I will give San Angel Inn points for the willingness to modify dishes they have on the menu. They have never had here a ton of vegan options, but they know their food. And their chefs and the servers are at least more willing to work with you. If there's something that you don't like, or something modified, take it off. Even though I've made jokes in the past that most Mexican food is just a variation of tortillas with different fixings. And none of their food here well enough to modify things, even their third party. So as long as you're very clear about what you can and can't have, and sometimes it may take a little explaining because they don't always understand what vegan entails, they will take care of you. This bean enchilada, it tastes fine. Is it the most high dollar vegan meal you're ever going to get? No, but you get a good view, you get an atmosphere. I still think it's a decent date night restaurant. There's plenty of tequila to go around. This is a tasty dish. I actually think I like it better than what we got at San Angel last time, but I would give this 3.75 out of 5 bucks. So here we have the Camarones de Diabla, basically that devil shrimp. You have the sautéed shrimp and a spicy chipotle sauce on top of a corn and vegetable medley and rice. This is probably one of the healthier items on the menu. It's not fried, and you just got basically sautéed vegetables with sautéed shrimp. Yes, they're served tail on. I feel like I'm just going to have to give up and admit defeat when it comes to tail on because I'm going to lose. People love putting tails on the trail. And clearly, in more ways than one, I am the minority. For something with Diablo in the name, I find the spice kind of tame. If I go into this expecting spice, expect to be awash in my brand new, recently made Gulf of Disappointment. The flavors, though, we got a nice little punch to it. The shrimp is cooked fine, the rice is cooked well. You get shrimp and veggies. It's a good dish. If you're looking for something light, especially like me, you don't want to eat heavy when you're here at Epcot, you plan to make a couple laps around World Showcase after dinner, it's a perfectly okay dish. It's not one I'd recommend coming here for, but if you're feeling something a little bit lighter fare, I think it's an okay option. I give it 3.5 out of 5 bucks. So we arrived just in time for the Valentine's Day leftovers because everybody knows the true time to buy anything Valentine's related is the day after or the day after that. Those 2 days after Valentine's Day, all the cheap chocolate, all the cheap cards, all the cheap gifts. Valentine's Day is a made-up holiday. Buy your partner, your significant other, your loved one, your bestie, your bromance, your homance. Buy them gifts all the time. Not on Valentine's Day. I support this. So here we have Blanco tequila, rose liqueur, blackcurrant liqueur, lime juice, and a rose petal rim. Carpet sparkling wine. Literally the Cupido Margarita.
What would I put on my head?
That tastes like trouble. If I'm going to drink a rose, it should be that. Nice little sparkle, the hit of tequila. That tastes like post-Valentine's Day hangover in a good way. 4 out of 5 plus.
The San Angel Margarita. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pour this because it's covered in ice. This is, the struggle is real. I let it sit for too long. I love this drink because it's like Chili's little Presidente, where you just get more and more and more. Cheers. It's like the Cosmo of margaritas. 3 out of 5 margaritas.
Sending hell in, I feel like at least the new alignment of the restaurant, I prefer this.
I like the tables. The food still sucks.
The lighting has gotten slightly better to here, so you're only slightly squinting when trying to read the menu. The menu itself is fine, but I think like it's time for the whole menu to get a revamp.
I think it's server driven. Our server this time wasn't that great, so our food wasn't that great, but I think like in previous times when we've had servers that have gone above and beyond, it's been a little bit better. So as with any restaurant, your server is really going to make the magic for you.
Yeah. But it's still what we consider to be a date night restaurant. There are still some better date night restaurants even in this park.
Does the ambiance match the food?
I think the ambiance is a little bit better than the food.
I agree.
But I want to know what you guys think about the ambiance and the food in the comments below. If there's anything else you can see us do, that will always be the place to find us. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
We will see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe, and if you don't comment, not only will Bear not know that you watch this video, but how are we going to know your opinions on why am I saying Maya, girl? Santa in Hell. I want to go to Maya because it's better than here, but I want your opinion. Bear wants your opinion. Give us your opinion on this restaurant, or Bear might yeet himself to another country.
You heard the girl.